the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Casey saw all the games, knew the players by their first names, told the umpire he was wrong all along, good and strong. When the score was just 2-2, Casey knew what to do, just to cheer up the boys she knew. She made the gang sing this song. Take me out to the ball game, take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and cracker jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this evening the Baltimore Orioles will be playing a spring exhibition special. It's the Spring Breakout. Hey, I got to hit that button at least once just to be sure. It's the Spring Breakout exhibition game, folks. It's the Baltimore Orioles' top prospects, or at least the ones that we could fit into the squad today, against the Yankees' best prospects. Now, we're not getting the best of the best. Let me just dispel any misconceptions you might have, because both teams are going to be missing their actual top prospect. Jasson Dominguez for the Yankees is still a prospect, even though he is slated to be the everyday left fielder to start the season for New York. And Coby Mayo is not on this team tonight for Baltimore, even though he is still a top 15 prospect in the MLB prospect pipeline. But we do have plenty of other prospects that you know and are excited to watch for your beloved Baltimore Orioles. And I guess we'll see what the Yankees got over there, too. I don't know. Maybe somebody we're going to wind up hating in a couple of years. Might as well start now. But first, let me just say welcome in to those that might be new to my channel. Hi, my name is BW. That's short for the Birdwatcher. Sort of a stage name. Hope you're okay with it. Makes it easier for people to reference me. It's 2 initials. It's easy. And yeah, I started this channel up last year. It's dedicated to doing live play-by-play and analysis of Oriole baseball games, all regular season games, postseason games, any spring training game that is televised. I am there. I have been there. Last season, 162 regular season games, called them all. All the rain delays, all the double headers, you name it. So if you want a place for reliable coverage and a dedicated super fan with a little bit of knowledge and some sports coverage background, sports writing and broadcasting experience, this has been my pet project. And honestly, this is what I want to be doing for the next 20, 25 years. That's the plan. So we've got a 2025 season coming up in less than 2 weeks. Obviously, there's a lot of focus on the big team and finalizing the roster, crossing our fingers, and none of our players get injured beyond the ones that already are. We are counting on Gunnar Henderson to make his way back. Oh, I see the chat just popped up. The Charm City chat. How you doing there, chat? Not sure what kind of a turnout to expect tonight. I'm treating it like a major event, but it's still an exhibition game, and a lot of casual fans probably don't even know what this is. But heads up for tonight, by the way, in terms of providing some of the on-screen information, the scoreboard, the pitch-by-pitch animation. I'm going to have to depend on the MLB.com website, which normally I don't use because they're super quick. Obviously, they should be. But it tends to spoil the events before they happen, before I get a chance to call them. But unfortunately, I looked at ESPN, Yahoo. I don't see live scoreboard coverage for these spring breakout games, at least not up until an hour ago. So we're going to go with the MLB.com look. In fact, let's just take it on over here to the main screen. And right now, you've got the lineups posted. This game, first pitch should be in about 7 to 9 minutes. I can't remember if it's 6:05 or 6:07 first pitch. But let me go over this Yankee lineup first, get it out of the way. They are the road team. This ball game is taking place at the Ed Smith Stadium. That's the Orioles spring training complex in Sarasota. For the Yankees, a couple of these names you might know if you follow prospects. George Lombard Jr. Hey, what do you know? Another related offspring of a former major leaguer. George Lombard Jr. will lead off for the Yankees and play shortstop. Spencer Jones, who's been one of their top prospects the past couple seasons, he is in center field batting second. Rafael Flores is the catcher. He'll bat third. Jesus Rodriguez, the cleanup hitter at third base. Roderick Arias, sorry if I get that wrong. That's the second baseman. He'll bat fifth. TJ Rumfield is the first baseman hitting sixth. I'll get it right. Brendan Jones in right field batting seventh. Brandon Maia in left field hitting eighth. And Ingelth Urena is the DH batting ninth. I have a narrow Urena. On the mound for the Yankees, a right-handed pitcher by the name of Carlos Lagrange. I'm sorry if I'm butchering some of these names, folks. I'll try to butcher less of our player names. But that is the lineup and starting pitcher for the Yankees. For the Orioles, yes, your Oriole prospects. They are ready to go here. I got this lineup over here. Let me look at it over here because I've got this nice and broken up nicely. All right, for the Orioles, leading off playing center field, Enrique Bradfield Jr. Samuel Basallo, folks. Samuel frickin' Basallo is second.
Samuel.
He'll bat second and do the catching. Dylan Beavers is the number 3 hitter and DH. Vance Honeycutt. This is a guy that I think we're all excited to see. He was the number 1 draft pick, or first round draft pick, I guess I should say, in last year's draft for the Orioles. We basically have 3 center fielders in the outfield tonight. Bradfield going to be in left. Honeycutt will take in center field. He'll be the cleanup hitter as well. A gentleman by the name of Anderson. That is Ethan Anderson. He is the number 12 prospect in the Orioles organization, currently at A+ level baseball. Ethan Anderson will play first base and bat fifth. Judd Fabian is in right field hitting sixth. Griff O'Farrell is the shortstop hitting seventh. Aaron Estrada, just 20 years old, a second baseman batting eighth. And finally, Max Wagner will be the third baseman batting ninth. And on the mound for Baltimore, I mean, you want to talk about a prospect. 18-year-old Keeler Morphy. Morphy? Are we going with that? Morphe? I don't see a little thing above the E, so I don't think it has a little accent. I'm going to just go with Morphy, unless somebody wants to correct me. Anyway, Keeler Morphy, right-handed pitcher, diminutive, just 5'8", but he's got some pretty good heat. I was watching some highlights of him. 18 years old. This kid turned 2 a week before Charlie Morton made his major league debut, just to give you an idea. So, should be exciting. All right, let's get these graphics up, and I'm going to see if I can get this pitch-by-pitch animation thing going over here. So I'm going to be over here for a minute. Charm City chat, how the heck are you? How you doing? All right, I'm going to hit refresh on here. See what that does. By the way, the Orioles, normal spring training game today. We played the Pirates for a change. Can we just, I'm sick of playing Pittsburgh, all right? Sick of it. But we lost. We had a loss today, and I didn't really follow much of the ball game. I know Coby Mayo had a couple of hits, but to be honest, it wasn't exactly impressive hits. One was a bloop double that was actually just dropped by an outfielder. Could have gone as a error, to be honest. And then the other hit was an infield hit. So not exactly tearing the cover off the ball with that. But, Yeah. Well, I've got this pitch by pitch, but then, all right, well, I don't know if this is going to be what we want it to be. And it seems to be cutting off at the bottom of the screen as well. So, yeah, this is going to be different than any other game I do this year because I don't really know what to use in terms of tracking the ball game. You can see that you can almost see all the bases at the bottom, but it's cut off slightly, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it, folks. Give me a sec. I need coffee. That's my problem. So, yeah, that's the problem. I need to interact with this page and move it up. I can't. So I can't go any lower than that. And part of it's because of that banner ad at the top of the page. That's what's pushing everything down. So that kind of stinks. All right, so you can't really see the part at the bottom. I don't even know if watching this animation is going to help at all. I really don't. But once the game starts, we'll see what the best thing is. And, of course, I'm going to give you the best play-by-play you can find on YouTube. I call a good game, so I'm told. All right. Robert's asking, what's the deal with Keeler Morphy? He's from Caracas, Venezuela. He is from Caracas, Venezuela. What more can I tell you about the guy? In his minor league career, he has an ERA of 4.63. Of course, this is a very limited career. Again, just 18 years old. But in 2024, 32 and 2/3 innings pitched for, I believe, the Delmarva Shorebirds. The A-ball? Yeah, Delmarva. In Delmarva, single A, last season. So part of that season, you would assume he was 17? Maybe? Listen to these stats. A 2.76 ERA in 11 starts with 49 strikeouts in 32 and 2/3 innings, a whip of 1.10. Now, the one thing that's got me scratching my head is this doesn't add up as a starter. If you're starting 11 games, how are you only getting 32? And that's 3 innings per game, apparently. But he's 18. So what are you going to do? 3 innings per game. I got the game up right here, folks. And again, I might be a little bit behind you. If you're watching along, if you're able to pause your game, feel free to do so and allow me to catch up, make a call, unpause your game, and then you'll be synced up for the rest of the evening. All right. Morphy has just thrown his first pitch of the game to... who's up? This is going to be difficult. I need to have this thing right in front of me. Lombard Jr. at the plate, right-handed bat, and the next pitch is high. Morphy wearing number 14. Again, just 5'8". Pretty small by today's standards, but there on the screen they're showing his his stats from rookie ball last season. 2.76 ERA, 49 strikeouts, and 32 1/3 innings. It is 3-0 now to George Lombard Jr., the Yankees shortstop prospect. Of course, the Yankees are still hoping Anthony Volpe is their shortstop of the future. But Volpe seemed to take a bit of a step back last season. That pitch is in there for the first strike of the ball game, 3-1 on Lombard. I'll take a look out for that velocity. Next pitch here is at 90, and he catches the outside corner. Full count. So if Morphy is only averaging 3 innings per start in competitive games, I wouldn't imagine going any farther than that here today. Here's a swing and a foul back, full count. And I can see that I am behind, which is unfortunate with the scoreboard. In fact, staring at that, there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. How about that? Can he strike guys out?
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Yes, he can with the high cheese. Lombard strikes out, and that'll bring up Spencer Jones. This is probably the biggest prospect in this lineup today for the Yankees. I've heard his name talked about a lot as a trade piece for whatever the Yankees might need in the past year or so. He takes a pitch a little bit up and in, 2-0. At Double-A last season, 17 homers, 78 driven in, 259 average for Jones. And that gets hit by a pitch there. Looks like right above the elbow as he turned away from the pitch. So a little bit of wildness from the 18-year-old. That's some Ricky Vaughn stuff. Wild thing. Strike one guy out with some high cheese. Next batter hit by a pitch. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first. And that'll bring up the prospect catcher for the Yankees. Who is this guy? Rafael Flores, and he takes a called strike. He didn't like it on the inside corner. We don't have the balls and strikes challenge system here at the Ed Smith Stadium, so no challenging of balls and strikes in this game. 0-1 pitch, low and in on Flores. Man, it's not easy calling the game when you only know like 2 of the 18 players. 1-1 pitch. Holding the ball a long time, and here it comes, and that ball is sprayed into left center field for a base hit. Flores jumped on that pitch from is it Murphy? I keep forgetting these names. Morphy. Okay. All right. How do professional broadcasters do it? I mean, it's so easy to call major league games, but for those who do minor league games, the lower down you go, the more I applaud professional broadcasters for being able to keep up with all this stuff. Here's a pitch that is up and in to Jesus Rodriguez, Yankee third baseman. He hit .302 between A+ and Double-A ball last season. 1-0 is hit on the ground up the middle, and that is going to bleed on through center field for a base hit, and the Yankee prospects are already on the board with an RBI single by Jesus Rodriguez. 4 batters into the ball game, It's been 2 hits, a hit batter, and a strikeout for Keeler Morphy. Get Morphy out of there. Oh, you'd hate to see him get absolutely torched, even though it's, again, exhibition. It shouldn't be. I mean, the kid is 18. There are still guys considered prospects in Major League Baseball who pitch that are now 25, 26 years old. I think Chase McDermott is already 26. This kid is 18. All right, it's Roderick Arias at the plate. Second baseman, left-handed bat, and he takes a wild pitch up and away. That'll go to the backstop. Both runners will move up, so now take the double play, the conventional double play off the board. They had first and second, 1 out. Now it's second and third with 1 out. Come on, Keeler. Not a big deal, bro. Here comes a pitching coach. It's not the pitching coach, but it's a pitching coach. Yeah, Morphy is making me think some morphine might be a good idea. Hey, how is everybody in the Charm City chat? I've been kind of busy with my eyes darting all over the place trying to follow this stuff. We got Chilo, Rob, Robert, Matt, Daniel, Leonard, Baxter, George. Good to see you guys. All right, we got a 1-0 count. And the pitch is not in there. It's outside, 2-0. After that conference on the mound, Morphy still struggling to find the strike zone. 2-0 pitch is swung on and missed, 2-1. I mean, at 18, he might not be done growing, right? He's 5'8", but he might not be done. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. So Morphy gets back into the count. Really needs a strikeout here. Or something that stays in the infield. Hit right at somebody. Pitch. Outside, not close. Full count. 20 pitches now for Morphy in the first. Only 1 out. Speaking of a tough inning, in the regular spring game against the Pirates earlier this afternoon, man, Sir Anthony Dominguez has got me oh boy, Morphy just lost his footing on this pitch, and it results in ball 4, but more importantly, I hope he didn't injure himself. He's already thrown a wild pitch in this one, and now he's stumbled off the mound. I'm sure the trainer's going to come out and just have a brief word with him at least, I would expect. Oh, he absolutely just did not plant his front foot correctly. Bases loaded, 1 out. And now the batter is TJ Rumfield. Another lefty bat. Time in Double and Triple A last season. Played 122 games, 294 average, 15 homers, 73 driven in. Those are solid numbers. Pitch. Outside, 1-1. Yep, I would agree, chat. I would agree. Morphy does appear to be a little bit lacking in focus. Moment might be a little bit too big for him. 1-1 pitch. is, come on, Blue. You got to give him that. You got to give him that one, Blue. Come on, man.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Count is 2-1 after a pitch that was apparently inside. Next offering. Blue. Blue. If the last pitch was inside, what was that, low? Where is the zone? Morphy one ball away from walking in a run. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. All right. You want to talk about a action pitch? We got one coming up here. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a full count. It's already 1-0 Yankees here in the top of the first. I'm sitting here wondering if I'm ever going to see any of my Oriole prospects hit. We've been on for 20 minutes. Bags are full, 1 out, and the payoff pitch to Rumfield is high for ball 4, and Morphy walks in a run. 2-0 Yankees.
Big buck, big buck. Stop it all.
All right. Brendan Jones, right fielder, left-handed bat at the plate. First pitch to him is outside. My goodness, dude. Throw a get-me-over pitch for strike 1, man. Morphy is just digging himself a deeper hole here. There's a generous call of a strike. Man, even the throw back to Morphy from the catcher was a struggle. He looks like if somebody picked me out of a crowd and said, all right, Sonny, we're giving you the ball. Go get an out. Here's a pitch fouled away. 30 pitches now in the first inning for Morphy. I don't even know if we're going to see another inning out of this guy. One-two pitch. Ooh, that looked pretty good. Almost like a backdoor slider. Didn't catch the outside corner, though, and it's 2-2. This umpire is not helping Morphy out, that's for sure. Come on. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Should end the inning. No, it's only the second out. What am I talking about? In fact, this might even score a run. No, it's too shallow, I think. Bradfield's got it. He simply lobs the ball back into the infield. He's so shallow. The runner at third stays put. Bases remain loaded. And despite what's been a miserable first inning for Morphy, he has a chance to get out of it with a game at 2-0 and a chance for Baltimore to answer back. But he's not going to have a chance. I don't know if they're going to bring him back out. I don't know if the same rules apply for regular spring training games where they can bring in a pitcher to end the inning and then bring the starter back on for the next. But either way, Morphy's going to be removed here for a reliever. With 2 out in the top of the first, it's 2-0 Yankees. Pitching change going on right now. Oh, never mind. Chilo's doing the play-by-play. Let me step aside. So what else is going on? I think there's a couple of notes to go over here from today. Jake Rill tweeting immediately, Keeler Morphy struggled with his command after his game-opening strikeout, but the 18-year-old Venezuelan righty clearly has impressive stuff. Hey, stuff is one thing, but command is another. And again, for 18, I can give you a pass. But just as a comparison, you know who the experts say has really good stuff? Sir Anthony Dominguez. Well, stuff doesn't really matter if your ERA this spring is 23.14, which is what it is for Sir Anthony after having another bad outing. Okay, so it's Levi Wells, a right-hander, in to finish the inning, at least. And Levi kind of looks like if Gunnar Henderson decided, I want to pitch. Why do we have so many players that look like each other? Are we cloning these guys? All right, here we go. Morphy is out of the game. And this first pitch is a ball. Bases loaded, 2 down. Brando Maia at the plate. That pitch is outside, 2-0. Now, wait a minute. If I go, I haven't even been looking over here. Are you guys still staring at a useless screen? Yeah, that is useless. What is that even doing right now? What is going on that animation screen? This pitch is fouled away, 2-1 the count. I have no idea what's going on with that screen. We might just hang out over here for a minute. I don't know. I'll fix it later. 2-1 pitch is in there, a strike. All right. Brando Maia is the hitter at the plate. He's an outfielder. Swing and a miss, and the inning is over. And Wells sort of does a little dance off the mound there. Oh, my God.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
You're kidding me. So Levi Wells gets the strikeout to end the inning, and on his way back to the dugout, the umpire checks his hands for sticky stuff. Really? Sticky stuff in this game? Come on, dude. I guess they have to practice looking for sticky stuff. Everybody's practicing. All right, I'm going to go over here, and I don't know what I'm going to do. Let me go back in here and just see what I possibly show you here. I mean, the MLB Game Day page has a lot of great information, but it's just too much. If I try to squeeze it all in there, you're not even going to be able to read it. You're going to need a magnifying glass. By the way, did anybody here in the Charm City chat decide to watch my emergency SOS, hey Mike Elias, please listen to me impromptu podcast from last night? Anybody? Because I spilt the beans. Bradfield, Basallo, and Beavers, folks. The Killer Bees due up for the Orioles. Bradfield, Basallo, and Beavers. Killer Bees. All right. So again, it's what's this dude's name? What's this guy? I've already gotten rid of the Yankees. There it is. Carlos Lagrange on the mound. Pitched in rookie and single A ball last year. ERA just under 7. Right-handed pitcher. Bradfield at the plate shows bunt on an 0-1 pitch and fouls it away 0-2. Yeah, the main gist, if you didn't watch my impromptu podcast last night, folks, is that the Yankees, with Garrett Cole going down for the season, having to go under the knife, they are now in full press mode looking for a frontline starter via trade, as this pitch to Bradfield is up and away. Count even up at 2 balls, and or is that ball 1? Never mind. Boy, they put that up quick. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Yankees are shopping for another starting pitcher, and I mean a good one, a top of the line guy, and Sandy Alcantara, who had already been rumored as a potential top arm that the Marlins are looking to move on. You know how the Marlins are, just constantly in rebuild mode. 2-2 pitch to Bradfield. That one's line and a base hit in left center field. That one's going to roll. Let's see if Bradfield will test the arm of the center fielder. He does not. But that's okay. Maybe we can watch him steal a base instead. So Bradfield with a nice line drive single. Going the other way. Just a nice looking swing. Now, what little of Bradfield I've been able to see during the spring training before he was cut, he had one stolen base attempt, and it was awful. Let's hope he improves here. Here's a check on him, and the ball gets away. But Bradfield will get up. He hits second, and he's not stopping, folks. That ball's down the right field corner. Enrique Bradfield Jr. goes first to third on a throwing error. Folks, thank you very much, New York. Runner 90 feet away with nobody out, and Sammy Basallo at the plate. Folks,
Samuel.
Let's do it. The pitch. Up and away, gets away. Bradfield is trying to come home. Oh, no. Is he going to get... Oh, God, there's a dive at the plate right when my game froze. Did he get in? Did he get in? The game froze after a wild pitch that bounced off the backstop. The catcher diving toward the plate, and the runner is safe. The runner is safe. Bradfield is safe. Oh, I'm sorry for the delayed call, but my game froze. It froze right on the moment and then unpaused itself, so I didn't get to miss it. And man, if he got in there, it was by a hair on the chin. It's a small area behind home plate to the backstop, and the ball caromed right off the wall back toward the catcher, who then dove back toward the plate. Bradfield diving in at the same time, but we get in there. It's 2-1. We got to run. All right, we're on the board, and here is Dylan Beavers. Oh, wait, no, Basallo's still at the plate. What the hell am I talking about? And Basallo gets into one. Come on. Oh, that's going to stay in the yard. Right field, backing up about 3 steps in front of the track. The catch is made, and I apologize for getting super excited. But Basallo, he pulled it. He got it up in the air. The launch angle looked good. Oh, man, Bradfield just got in there, and Bradfield very pumped to score. All right, 1 out here in the bottom of the first. It's already been a pretty eventful game. And now we're taking a look at Dylan Beavers. Yeah, Rob, looked good off the bat. Sounded good, too, right? This ball is a couple of bounces on the second base side. The shortstop makes the play and throws the first in time, 2 away. And that'll bring up somebody I'm excited to see, folks. Yeah, it's honey time. Who wants honey? As long as there's some money. All right, Vance Honeycutt, right-handed bat, takes a called strike. Out of the University of North Carolina. That is a bit low. 1-1. I believe he's only played 18 professional games since being drafted last season, so he's just starting his minor league journey, but he is a top-notch prospect. We might be seeing him in 2026. He pops this one up in the right field and shallow, and that's going to end the inning. But the Orioles do respond with a run of their own at the end of 1. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. All right. Now what?
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure! We've come too far! There's too much to lose! We've got to keep our composure!
We'll be fine. Don't you worry. Let me take a look at that Pirates game from earlier. Gregory Soto was given the loss. He also gave up a hit, 2 walks, and an earned run in 1 inning. God, Soto and Dominguez, guys. Are we really depending on both these guys in the bullpen this year? Keegan Aiken had a clean inning, 1 inning, no hits, no walks. Sir Anthony Dominguez, 2/3 of an inning, 38 pitches, 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and his spring ERA is now 23.14. Soto's is 5.40, so I guess you take that. But my goodness, Dominguez, I can't recall him having a good outing yet. The only positive thing you can say is that the 3 runs he gave up, none of them were homers. That's about it. And a 15-5 loss to the Pirates. We need pitching, folks. Not only do we need a frontline starter, we need to add another bullpen arm. Kittredge is down for months, and we need another righty because he's down, and I'm not trusting Dominguez. And then what do you got? Brian Baker and Yenier Cano. And Cano I'm okay with, but we need more help. Rob, you know how I feel about Urseg. All right, here we go. It's not Morphy out to pitch. They're sticking with Wells. What is it? Wells? Still out here on the mound. Urena at the plate. And he has got a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Levi Wells stays in the ball game, so I guess we've seen all we're going to see of Keeler Morphy. 2-1 now after a pitch a little bit out of the zone. Two-one fouled away, 2-2. The thing about Coulomb is I would have preferred to kept him and then just figured a way to just move on Gregory Soto. But that's the problem. They brought in a guy that's got some money to his contract. It's a guy they don't want to cut. But that ball is going to be fair as it is hit hard to the third baseman. I don't know if it hit the bag or caromed off the player himself, but it's going to be a base hit here to lead off the top of the second from Ingelth Urena, which again, that sounds like an STD that I don't ever want to get. If I'm ever diagnosed with an Ingelth Urena, please. That ball did bounce off the third base bag. Very unlucky for Baltimore. And that ball's driven to center. But Honeycutt is playing right there, backs up a couple steps, and makes the catch. 1 out, 1 on for the Yankees as Lombard Jr. lines out to Honeycutt. Sorry, I forgot to mention Lombard on that swing. Setting sun here in Florida might be a little bit difficult out there in the outfield, picking up the baseball. All right, number 2 hitter in the lineup. This is Spencer Jones up. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. Number 3 prospect in the Yankee system. Got a 1-0 count. And that pitch is up and away, 2-0. What makes you say that, Rob? Just because they chose him over Bradfield to play center today? I don't know if that's necessarily a... I think they look at it as this is the most, like, Honeycutt's going to get in terms of, like, exciting action with other big players or up-and-coming players that are a couple levels above. Oh, my. He gets hit again. Spencer Jones is hit for a second time. Again, it looks like on the... just above the elbow. He's got a protector on there. But wow, we've hit him twice. That one only grazed him, and it was right on that guard. So he should be fine, but... you don't want to get hit twice in a ball game that's in the second inning. We got 2 on and 1 out for the Yankees now. And here's a ground ball foul third base side by Flores. Rafael Flores already with a base hit tonight. A lot of traffic on the bases here in the first couple of innings for the Yankees. They have a chance to blow it open here, but at the same time, it's just a 1-run ball game right now, and a ground ball can get us out of the inning. His first pitch to who's up? Rodriguez. Oh wait, who's up? It's Flores still. It's a 1-1 count, and that pitch is low, 2-1. Packed yard at the Ed Smith Stadium. I see some rogue Yankee fans in the crowd. That pitch is outside. 3 balls and a strike. Dangerous pitch coming up, and he goes after one that looks like goes out of the zone. He lifts it deep to right field, and it's going to be caught out there near the edge of the track. And that is going to score, or no, that's not going to do anything. It's going to make it 2 outs. Judd Fabian with the catch in deep right field. 2 down in the inning. Runners at first and second for the Yankees. And first pitch here is fouled away by, who are you? Jesus Rodriguez. 2-1 Yankees, top of the second here in the spring breakout game, folks. 0-1 pitch. And there goes the runner. Throw down by Basallo is safe. No, not safe. He's off the bag, and he's been caught. I'm sorry, sir. You've been picked off by Sammy Basallo. Meep, meep. I'm not quite sure what happened here. Runner goes to third with 2 out, which is already a strange... Oh, he jumped off the base for some reason. He let both feet leave the bag as he leapt up to lift his body up. Sir, that's not how you do that. That might be a drill you need to work on, my friend. Yeah, you don't let both feet leave the bag as you pop up. Third baseman kept the tag on. Umpire did his job in seeing that play all the way through, and that ends the inning, thankfully. Really no reason to try to steal third base there. Yankees run themselves out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Yankees 2, the Orioles 1. And due up for Baltimore, it'll be Anderson, Fabian, and O'Farrell. Griff O'Farrell is a guy I'm interested in checking out. Sammy got a good arm. I'm telling you, man, Basallo, they're going to have to figure out something where he is a part of this team in 2026, like as an everyday player. I don't think it's going to take long for this guy to fit right in to the bigs. Get him up for a cup of coffee this year. Maybe the September call-up when the rosters expand, if not sooner. If we have an injury issue. You know, if a guy like a Ryan O'Hearn, for example, were to get injured, I would call up Basallo and sort of play him in an O'Hearn role where Mountcastle's at first and then Basallo's DHing. And he's sort of like a third catcher. And, you know, with that would give Rutschman a chance to maybe DH on certain days where he's not catching. And then he could actually, you know, it's hard to normally replace a catcher. But if you had a third catcher that can also play first, I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility here. Basallo needs to get more reps at first base. We got a 1-1 count here, excuse me, on Judd Fabian. Is that right? Ethan Anderson. Excuse me. One-two to Anderson is a bit high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Matt, that's what I'm saying. There's flexibility there. If Ryan O'Hearn were to get injured, I see that as a way for Basallo to make the team a little faster. Not that I would want that to be the case. Here's a check swing, and unfortunately, Anderson went around and strikes out. One out here in the top of the second. Excuse me, bottom of the second. 2-1 Yankees in the spring. Whoops, that's not it. The spring game. All right. Here's Griff. No, here's Judd. Griff's up next. 1-0 pitch to Judd Fabian. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Fabian, between AA and AAA last year, 128 games, hit just .215, but he did get 20 homers. That's a called strike, 2-1, or 1-2. Man, I am blowing calls today. I am blowing calls. One, two. Just a bit low. Catcher tried to pull it back up and frame it. Umpire did a good job in not buying it. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Judd. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Fabian down on strikes. And now we'll get to take a look at Griff O'Farrell, who was, I believe, the 2nd-round pick in last year's draft. Honeycutt being the 1st round, and I believe Griff went in the 2nd. Infielder, I believe, drafted as a shortstop. And he goes after the first pitch and fouls it back. It's 0-1 on Griff, which is just another good baseball name, let's be honest. Next offering is high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just 20 games at A and A-plus ball last season. Again, he was a newly drafted player, so only had about a month of time in the organization to get his feet wet. So he's the kind of guy probably a few years away. This ball is hit on the ground, a couple of bounces, should end the inning. Throw over to first is in time. And that'll do it. The Orioles go quietly here in the 2nd, on to the 3rd. It's 2-1 Yankee prospects here in the spring game. All right, your boy needs a lucky. All right, it's 5:45 a.m. where I am. Sun will be coming up soon. And, you know, I got my coffee here. Chilo. Right now, the Yankees are looking at Carlos Carrasco as the answer. The ageless Carlos Carrasco. Cookie, they call him. I hope he throws us a lot of cookies, I'll tell you. Be right back. All right. Look at me just pop right in. What's this looking like right now? Yeah, this is silly. Let me see if I can work on this. Maybe I'll just have the lineup part of this on the screen instead of the animation, because the animation doesn't seem to help. Oh, hold on. What's that look like? I mean, can anybody even read that? Oh, good. I get to see how awful my hair is. All right, we are underway in the top of the third, 2-1 Yankee prospects over the Oriole prospects. We got a 1-1 count on who? Who are you? I really need to just stay over here and watch this myself. Jesus Rodriguez at the plate. Here's a ground ball to short on a couple of bounces. O'Farrell fields, throws across in time. 1 away. By the way, Griff O'Farrell likes to wear the high socks. I'm a fan of that. I'm a big fan. All right, Roderick Arias at the plate, and he takes high for ball 1. By the way, the Orioles with a new pitcher out there, a fellow by the name of Patrick Riley, right-hander. And here's a foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike. I might have overestimated the hype behind this game. I was certainly excited. I woke up at 3-something in the morning doing an alarm clock going, oh, I can't wait. Here's a called strike. Somebody please keep one eye on their Twitter feed for any trade news. I am so worried. We have got to not allow the Yankees to bring in another top line starter. It's just, we can't let them do it. We can't let them do it. Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout for Riley of Roderick Arias.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
By the way, whoever's watching along, how far behind am I with you guys? I feel like I'm a full minute behind, maybe. Here is TJ Rumfield, and he takes a swing and misses at a pitch low. 0-1. Next pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gunnar Henderson seems to be progressing well. No setbacks so far. He's targeting being ready for opening day in Toronto. So keep your fingers crossed. Swing and a miss. A big cut there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meanwhile, Anthony Santander had some choice words regarding the winter courtship and free agency between. There's a called strike 3, a beautiful location there by who the hell's pitching? Patrick Riley. Nice strikeout there.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
All right, we move on to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Yankee prospects over the Oriole prospects. Where is this? What was I talking about? I don't know. I'm a minute behind. That stinks. All right, let me try something. Your boy is not happy with that. I got a backup channel, and I'm just going to go with it, because how much farther behind than a full minute could this channel be? All right. We'll hang out here. I'm trying to get a read on which one's. Yeah, it looks like this one's faster. All right. Hey, thanks for that info. I think we got ourselves. I think we cut down the time here. I think we're good. Or we're better. We're at least better. Let's go. See how this goes. Bottom of the third. We're ready to go already. First pitch is a called strike. I feel better now. Aaron Estrada at the plate for Baltimore, just 20 years old. He takes low and in, 1-1. Look how quickly I caught up, Chilo. How about that, huh? Swing and a miss, and man, not a very good swing. Always count on BW to try to improve the experience for you fellow bird watchers out there. This pitch is fouled away. Still 1-2 on Aaron Estrada. He's a switch hitter, by the way. This ball's hit on the ground softly, the second base. Estrada hustling down the line, but he's thrown out. First out here in the bottom of the third. That's better now, right, Chilo? Folks, if you did pause your game, now you might want to try and recalibrate, because I'm more caught up now than before. All right. Next batter is up. It's Max Wagner. And he takes a 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Wagner, excuse me, made it to Double-A Bowie last season. He's the number 22 prospect in the Orioles organization. Takes low, 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the third. LaGrange is still out there in his third inning of work. And this pitch is fouled away. It's 2-2. Charm City Chat. Glad to have you with me here on this spring breakout game. 2-2 pitch is popped up, foul and out of play. Please, if you haven't done so already, take a moment and hit the like button there at the bottom of your screen. Help out the channel. The more likes, the more YouTube says, huh, this channel might have something. Let's push it out to more people. This ball's popped up on the infield. Shortstop seems to have it. Calls off the third baseman as he makes his way toward the pitching mound and makes the catch. 2 down in the bottom of the third. And Enrique Bradfield coming up again. He lined a base hit his first time up. And then on an errant throw to first on a pickoff attempt that went all the way down the right field line, he went first to third, and then on a wild pitch, scrambled home to score. He takes inside for ball 1 here. Bases empty, 2 down, bottom of the third. This one's popped up, and that's not what you want to see out of Bradfield. Is popping it up like Willie Mays Hayes. This ball is going to be caught just into the outfield grass by the shortstop to end the inning. The Orioles go quietly again. Nice outing by Lagrange for the Yankees. He did give up the 1 run, but he had back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. We go to the 4th, 2-1 Yankee prospects. Lagrange is better than Clay Holmes. I hope not. I don't want to see some no-name wind up being good for the Yankees. No. No. How are we doing? Like we're up to about 30 likes. That's nice. That's nice. I want more. I'm greedy. What do you want me to do? How did I get so pink? Because the sun is coming up, do I have to adjust this as the game goes on? What do I do? Now I'm blue. Now I'm something god-awful. I guess this is as good as it gets. All right. I don't know. I don't know, people. I don't know how to light myself. I don't know how to make myself any more handsome than I already am. I mean, look at it. Look what I got to work with here. This is... Andrew Tate got nothing on me. All right. They are projecting Keeler Morphy to make the big club by 2029. I hope we have a World Series title by then. Here's a bunt attempt, and bringing the bat back for ball 1 is who? Jones at the plate for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Riley still on the mound for the Orioles. Brendan Jones. Takes a pitch up and outside. Hola. Welcome. 2-1 is low and in, 3-1 to the Yankee leadoff hitter here in the top of the 4th. By the way, as you can see scrolling across your screen at the bottom, day after tomorrow, Monday, is the next game on the BW channel, Orioles versus Red Sox. Coverage starts at 12:50 p.m. Eastern. And I should have put a period after that dot. Let me fix that. Put in a little space. That's better. All right. Next batter goes after the first pitch and fouls it away. 0-1 On who? Mayo. That one's hit in the right field, down the line into the corner, but going to drop into foul ground. Out of reach of the right fielder. Broken bat. That ball split right down the middle. I mean, that ball split absolutely in half like a samurai sword. Check for some cork. All right, here is Brando. Oh, it's still the same hitter at the plate. Brando Mayo with an 0-2 count. He now has a fresh bat. Pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, nobody out. So would you say our starting lineup is set yet, BW? I think our starting lineup was set from the first day of spring, honestly, for the big club. My only real question is how they're going to divide up playing time in the outfield, because for my money, with the Wall moving in left field, with Colton Cowser for me being a center fielder that can give you a solid defense there, and with Ced Mullins, in my view, probably being the weakest bat we've got, and also his strengths are his speed and his defense, which with Jorge Mateo not available to us to begin the year, you'd like to have that speed defense weapon on the bench. So for my money, even though Mullins is probably projected as your everyday center fielder, with that ball by Basallo on a stolen base attempt, it goes into center field. The base runner did not have an opportunity to advance any further as the center fielder backed up the play nicely, but that'll be a stolen base. And a bit of a wild throw there from Basallo. It wasn't too wild. It short hop bounced. A good fielder would have picked it, but Estrada was unable to there. 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, right center. Honeycutt is making his way toward it. Long run, and he finally gets there and quickly throws in toward third, holding the runner at second. Vance Honeycutt. He's about the same age as Jackson Holliday, but man, that just shows how young and baby-faced Holliday is. Honeycutt definitely looks a couple of years older. Urena at the plate. 1 out, runner at second, and he takes inside for ball 1. Oh, just for opening day. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think that's the one major decision is, do you start Mullins in center with Cowser and O'Neill in the corners? Or do you let Kjerstad play maybe right field, O'Neill in left field, and Cowser plays center? Otherwise, I'm assuming Kevin Gossman's going to be the starter for the Blue Jays. Here's a pitch inside. It's now 3-0. Otherwise, yeah, Westberg, third base. Gunnar, if he's ready, at short. Holliday at second. Ryan O'Hearn and Ryan Mountcastle, DH in first base. However way you want to put it, I would assume Mountcastle would be in the field. And then you got Adley behind the plate. And that's it. On the bench, Laureano, Arias. This is ball 4 to Urena. And that puts 2 men on now with 1 out for the Yankees. Mullins has not had a good spring. He's only hitting like a $105. Here's a called strike. Is Machine making the team? I don't know, Chilo. We'll have to wait and see. I have a feeling the Orioles might want to go with a guy a little more proven like an Emmanuel Rivera to be a backup infielder. This ball's lifted to deep center field. Honeycutt going back and makes the catch on the track. Fires the ball back in. A runner at second moves up to third, but there's 2 down now with runners at the corners for the Yankees. A couple of plays in the outfield in this inning by Honeycutt. All I know is with the fact that we're going to be at the Rogers Center and the fact that Ryan Mountcastle's hit homers in his last 3 games here in the spring, I think we got to make sure Mountie is hitting third or fourth in that lineup. Maybe not going to take that spot for most of the season, but man, he loves hitting up north of the border. Here is a ball hit in the air to left field by Spencer Jones. Bradfield running toward the left field foul line with that sun in his eyes. Makes the catch to win the inning. The Yankees threaten, but they do not score. They leave 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. New York 2, Baltimore 1. And we got Basallo, Beavers, and Honeycutt due up next. All right, folks. How are you enjoying your spring? Hey, Chilo, come on. Sugano has looked everything you could have hoped for so far in the spring. 9 1/3 innings, has not allowed a single run. The guy just throws strikes. He gave up 1 hit yesterday. 1 hit? That's it. Just 1 goddamn hit. That's all he gave up. But I'll admit, Dean Kramer hasn't looked too sharp. I think Morton will be all right. Eflin is Eflin. We need another arm. We need another arm, people. And then, of course, Cade Povich. Don't forget about Povich. Let's hope he can continue to look good and carry it over into the regular season because we're going to need him. We're going to need him. We need a lefty starter anyway. It'd be great if we could kill 2 birds. Povich has a Kyle Bradish kind of a breakout season, and we got a lefty now in the rotation. That would be fantastic. Oh, sorry, I'm just enjoying a special lucky between breaks. All right, Basallo. Where are you at, Sammy? I put you on here somewhere.
Samuel!
There you are. No, not many buttons to hit today. Basallo takes low and in for ball 1. Is this dude still out here? This Lagrange? This Lagrange is out here for his 4th inning. Next pitch is outside, 2-0. Come on, Basallo. Fly ball, center field. Heading over toward the right center field gap. Making the catch is Jones. 1 away. Another fly ball from Basallo. This one not as deep as the first. He is 0 for 2. And that'll bring up Dylan Beavers. And I should have downloaded the soundbite from the Naked Gun that goes, "Nice beaver." But I forgot. He takes outside for ball 1. Don't worry if Dylan Beavers makes the team. You'll have that nice beaver soundbite ready to go. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Healthy cut by Beavers. 46 pitches now from Lagrange. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vance Honeycutt is on deck. You can see him on the very far left corner of your screen if you're watching in the on-deck circle. This pitch has popped up to left and going to be an easy... Whoa! A bit of a snow cone catch out there in left. Shades of Aaron Judge in the infamous Yankee fifth from last year's World Series. Don't ever trust a ball hit to a Yankee outfielder ever again. Make sure they catch it before you assume so. All right. Honeycutt. Whoa, that ball was at the head of Honeycutt. He got out of the way. All right, we're sorry that we hit one of your guys twice. I hope that wasn't some nonsense. I don't think so. There's a strike right down the gut. 1-1 the count on Vance Honeycutt. This ball's heading in the air to left center, heading toward the gap. A long run, and that ball's going to drop in and bounce over the wall, and it's still in play. I thought that ball bounced out of the stadium, coming all the way around and scoring. Are you kidding me? Did he just inside the park homer that? Vance Honeycutt just hit an inside the park home run, folks. I thought that ball went over the wall, surely. Vance didn't care. He just kept running all the way, folks. That is awesome. I can't say bye-bye birdie because it didn't leave the yard. It's an inside the park home run. We're tied at 2. Holy cow.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic.
I don't believe what I just saw. I don't know how he got around so fast. He was rounding third when they picked up the ball. Wow, Honeycutt is fast. What a moment. Oh, that's got me hyped, and it's got Matt hyped there in the Charm City chat. Folks, take a look.
Message for you, son.
Here's a ground ball by Anderson, fielded by the shortstop on the second base side of the bag, and he is able to get Anderson out. But the Orioles, Vance Honeycutt, folks, this is going to be on your Twitter feed. An inside the park home run by the ball game at 2 apiece. I can't believe. I didn't even know if that was going to be a triple. I didn't even know if that was going to be a triple. The dude came all the way around, never stopped running. Wow. That was super exciting. Matt, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Nice. Chilo even shouting Matt out. Really appreciate it. That's right. Well, it's Orioles magic, Mr. Stern. Are you here to support New York? That's, you know, you made your bones in D.C. back in the day. D.C. 101 if memory serves. But hey, you've been in New York now a long time. I get it. $1 for an in the park home run. Well, that's a $4.99 super chat. So that's more than $1 per base. Maybe $1 per base with $1 bonus for an inside the park home run.
And I want to thank you very much for that. I really do.
Hey, folks, listen, it really helps out the channel to get super chats and donations like that. It is a small channel. It is an operation I'm running by myself, along with the help of the mods in the chat, of course. They do a great job in keeping things nice and tidy with the chat. If that was something I also had to take care of, it would just be too much. But yeah, really does help. Trying to make this channel stick around. So in these early days, months, years, every donation helps. But you don't have to donate. You can just subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it. That helps too. Believe me. We got Luis De Leon on the pitch now. This is one of our higher up prospects in the organization in terms of pitching talent. Left-hander. Here's a ground ball to shortstop. Griff O'Farrell with the defensive play as he throws out the runner for out number 1, top of the 5th. Who was that? That was Flores with the ground out. Rafael Flores, Yankee catcher, grounds out, first out here in the top of the 5th. Albodaguilla, that's right. Back when Howard Stern was on with the Greaseman. This ball's hit back to the pitcher. He stops it with his glove, picks it off the ground, and throws out Jesus Rodriguez. And quickly 2 away on 3 pitches by Luis De Leon. De Leon... I don't have it up anywhere right now, but he is on our prospect list. I think he's top 15, top 20. He's one of our top pitching prospects outside of Chase McDermott. Maybe our top lefty prospect outside of Povich, although I don't know if Povich doesn't count as a prospect anymore. Here's a swing and a miss. And De Leon gets ahead of Roderick Arias. I can't decide between Arias and Arias. I'll just call him Roderick from now on. Here's a foul ball, still 0-2 on Roderick. With 2 out, nobody on in the top of the 5th, 2-2 ball game. Luis De Leon, didn't he find the Fountain of Youth or something? Which is actually located in Florida. There's a swing and a miss on a nice pitch. I like what I've seen from Luis De Leon in this inning. He gets the strikeout.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
And guess what? Carlos Lagrange is finally going to get taken out of the damn ball game. Yankees will go with a right-hander by the name of Ben Hess to begin the 6th inning. We're tied up at 2, Orioles and Yankees in the Spring. What do you think? Was it overkill? Was it overkill to get this soundbite? Hey, I'm stuck in the 80s. What do you want from me, huh? It's the last time the Orioles won a pennant. I just decided I was in carbonite. They took me out of carbonite last year. I started this channel. I woke up after being put in it in 1984. To me, the Orioles won the World Series 2 years ago. You see? I'm still riding the crest of the high and beautiful wave of Earl Weaver baseball. Ben-Hur? Yeah, Ben-Hur on the mound. A gentleman by the name of Ben Hess. Wait, wasn't Ben-Hur played by Charlton Heston? So Ben Hess kind of works. Hey, young audience, stay tuned for that reference and other 65-year-old references here on the BirdWatcher Channel, where we're always looking for young people to join the fun. All right, Ben Hess, 5.80 ERA at Alabama last season. Made 15 starts. He's a stocky pitcher, right-hander. And the first pitch here in the, we're in the bottom of the fifth. I think I said top of the sixth. I keep forgetting we're the home team. Judd Fabian at the plate. He is over, he's got an 0-1 count. Here's a ground ball. Backhanded at third, popping up and throwing a one bouncer to first, and a nice play there by the Yankee defense on the corners to retire Judd Fabian. That could have easily been an infield hit. But a nice backhanded pop and throw there at third on a one bouncer to first. Nice pick. Credit where it's due there for the Yankees. 1 out. And I believe that's Griff O'Farrell now at the plate. The crime dog, Griff. Oh, wait, that was Fred McGriff. There's a ground ball to short, and that's another out. Quickly. 4 pitches, 2 outs for the Orioles here in the bottom of the fifth. Aaron Estrada's up for the second time, 0 for 1. I tell you, I mean, I'd like to see these Oriole prospect hitters, work the count a little bit more. And there's a first pitch strike. Aaron Estrada. There's a foul ball, no balls, and 2 strikes. Punchy De Leon. Oh, Punchy. Is that like a nickname for Punch? Hey, Punchy De Leon, huh? There's a called strike 3 as Aaron Estrada is frozen on that pitch to end the 5th inning. Now we move to the 6th. It's a 2-2 ball game in the Spring. That's right. How we doing on those likes, folks? 25 people watching right now. That is a low turnout. I got to be honest. Man, oh man, I hope things pick up for the regular season. And honestly, at this point, I got to be a little more quiet calling the game. Well, I mean, it's 6:25. The sun's coming up. I don't know. We'll see if this neighbor of mine has taken issue with my streaming tonight. I got to figure out a way to make this guy not get me into trouble before he's out of here the first week of April. But to be honest, once the regular season starts March 27th, I'm not holding anything back. Something big happens, your boy's voice is going to go up. You saw how I behaved all of last season. We had a few different people living in that apartment next to mine. Nobody ever made a complaint. Be cool, buddy. It's my livelihood we're talking about. All right, Nestor Gorman is the new pitcher now for the Orioles. He's a right-handed pitcher. Look at that shot of the setting sun. That is beautiful. Man, I tell you what, I do love spring training in person. Again, I've never been able to do it in Florida, but I did get to do it in Arizona. It's just a nice, relaxing atmosphere. The weather's always great. No big traffic jams or a obnoxious crowd size that makes it difficult. You know, you just stroll up to your seat, you park, and you're in your chair in like 3 minutes. Here's a pitch, popped up, fouling out of play to begin the top of the 6th. It is Rumfield at the plate. He was 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. That walk came with the bases loaded, so he's credited with an RBI. 0-1 pitch is outside, 1-1. Again, it's Gorman on the mound for Baltimore, wearing number 98. He's got a good curveball, apparently. And that might have been it right there, although it does not catch the corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think Charm City chat is either frozen or everybody ran out of stuff to talk about. That ball's lifted into right field and deep. Going back is both the center and right fielder. A leaping grab at the wall by Judd Fabian. Folks, put a gold star next to that one.
Besides that, it's on the reflexes.
There you go. Judd Fabian on a dead sprint to the wall. Did not ease up at all. He just made sure he made the catch. Not sure if he had to do that little jump or not. But it looks good. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. And German. I've been saying Gorman. Sorry. German or German, whatever. German at the plate. Want to know the count here. Hey, listen to how loud that motorcycle is. And this guy's worried about me occasionally just... The guy even said, like, you know, at first I thought you had a lady with you in the room all night, you know. And I'm like, what? So that would have made it okay? Are you upset that the noises I'm making aren't of a sexual nature? All right. Well, if that's the case, I'll just, I don't know. I'll play an adult movie and just put the speaker up to the wall. You'll hear that, and I'll call the game. Here's a ball hit into the outfield. That's a base hit. Who the hell was that? Brendan Jones with a single in a center field. A 1-out base hit. Hey there, Dan. How you doing? Markham is about as far away from Baltimore as you can get without leaving the planet Earth. But that don't mean I ain't got the Baltimore in me. I took it with me. I'm like an ambassador for Baltimore to Southeast Asia. That's my job. All right, we got Brando Maia at the plate. Runner at first, 1 out. I'm crazy. I get up at 3 in the morning to call exhibition games. This ball's hit well in the left center field now, and that one's going to be caught out there on the edge of the track by Bradfield, who fires it back in. And the runner at first stays put. There's 2 down. Well, according to Twitter before the game, with the outfield 3 of Fabian, Honeycutt, and Bradfield was quoted as saying, "Nothing's going to drop." As if to say, we've got 3 really good outfielders out here. And so far tonight, they've covered all the ground. They've made the plays. The wind looks like it's blowing hard out to left, but it's a crosswind right to left. Here's a swing and a miss by Urena. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss. There was some good gas there by German. didn't get a read on the gun for that pitch, but it was popping the mitt pretty loud. And the batter was behind on the swing. 0-2, 2 down, runner at first. 2-2 ball game, top of the 6th. And German delivers. That is a called strike 3.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Due up for Baltimore in the bottom half of the inning. It's going to be Max Wagner, Enrique Bradfield Jr., and Sammy Basallo. Oh, Sammy.
Samuel.
We're on a mission from God.
That's right.
You never heard of Baltimore style?
I hope you have. You better have. Now, what is this? All right. I need some more practice with my own soundboard. The same country as Le Monde Orioles. That's right, folks. We're talking about the lovely land of Luxembourg. Right, Chilo? I have a brother. Where is that one at?
I have a brother.
All right. Nice. Mark, you're in Phuket right now? No way. No way, dude. No way, dude. You're in Phuket? That, by the way, Charm City chat, if you're not familiar with Thailand cities, that is how you pronounce it. It's not the way you think. But to each their own. Wow, Mark, you're in Phuket, man? What's going on, dude? All right, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. And a swing and a miss to begin the inning. Where the hell are we? We have Wagner at the plate. 0-1 pitch coming from Hess, who's out here for another inning. He only had to throw 8 pitches in the previous inning. All for strikes. And he's ahead here 0-2 on Max Wagner. Make it 0-3. Wagner goes down on 3 pitches. Man, that was not pretty. That was not pretty at all. I'm not satisfied with that result. I want my money back. Can you guys even read the stat sheet here on the screen? Or is it just too small? Is it pointless? Bradfield at the plate. He takes high for ball 1. You know, Bradfield's physique reminds me of one of my favorite slap hitters back when I was a kid, growing up late 80s, early 90s. A guy by the name of Willie McGee. Anybody in Charm City chat remember Willie McGee? Too small, says Dan. Oh, Dan, you don't have to make me feel hurt about it. Am I too small? Oh. 3-0 to Bradfield, who is much more handsome than Willie McGee, but still reminds me of him all the same. 3-0 pitch is a called strike. Folks, don't worry. This thing you're looking at right here, this isn't what it's normally going to be, all right? It's just, you know, the other websites aren't covering the game like they are for regular spring training games. This ball is fouled just out of play, a couple of rows behind the dugout. Full count on Bradfield, 1 out, bottom of the 6th, 2-2 ball game. How do you not remember Willie McGee? Come on, Chilo. That dude was about 110 pounds soaking wet. I think he had maybe 2 home runs in his career. But good slap hitter. This ball is hit off the pitcher, and, of course, Bradfield's going to hustle down the line. And guess what? The pitcher could not pick up the ball cleanly. So just the knowledge of Bradfield's speed might have led to the pitcher here not fielding this ball cleanly and maybe trying to rush it when he had time. He did have time. He started to pick it up, but while trying to flip it, just dropped it. Yeah, McGee was on the Cardinals. He was also on the Giants. Might have played for 1 or 2 other teams as well. He had a pretty long career. I want to say he was in there for about a decade. Usually hit leadoff or whoever. So Bradfield, now the go-ahead run on at first with 1 out. I'd love to see him steal a base. Who here is ready to watch Bradfield run? That is the go-ahead run. And the fastest guy in the stadium is standing there. And this is a showcase game. Ergo, steal a base. Bradfield wears a very cumbersome helmet with a chin or cheek protector there that extends farther out than I've normally seen it. It's quite the helmet there. I don't know what the delay is here. Somebody was out to look at the pitcher, a trainer maybe. But whatever that was looks to be over with now. And the pitcher stares in for a sign with Bradfield taking his lead off at first base. 1 out. And a check on Bradfield. He's back in there. Couple of batting titles for Willie McGee. There you go. Yeah, there goes Bradfield. And the catcher cannot throw the ball. On the transfer, he drops it, and Bradfield steals second without a throw, folks. All right, there's 1 out. Guess what? Guess what I want Bradfield to do now with 1 out in the inning? Steal third and be in a position to score on a fly ball. The catcher is out to talk to the pitcher, and I bet you that's what they're talking about. That Bradfield is a candidate to try to take another base. I want to see him do it. Charm City Chat, how would you like to see a double steal in this sequence from Bradfield? Get to third and get that go-ahead run in. He stays put here on a ball in the dirt. That would have been a good pitch to run on. But then again, folks, I retract my statement. You know why? Because Samuel Basallo is at the plate, and you're not going to take the bat out of his hands.
Samuel.
But never mind. 2-0 pitch. Swing and maybe a foul tip. Either way, it's 2-1. Yeah, Sammy's up. Just let Sammy do what Sammy going to do. If anybody else was up, I'd say run Bradfield, but not with Sammy. This ball's fouled off to the right. 2-2 the count. That's right. We must win. It's a big moment in the ball game. Tie game. Bradfield at second. 2-2 count on Basallo. There goes Bradfield. Basallo with a ground ball, backhanded at second base. and he will be retired. Bradfield at third with 2 down now. Oh, I bet you he would have stolen that base had Basallo not swung at that pitch. But that's okay. Everybody doing what they're supposed to. Bradfield running, Basallo swinging. We got a go-ahead run 90 feet away with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. And Dylan Beavers is scheduled to hit next. And he fouls the first pitch back. The sun will come out right now. Bet your bottom dollar that right now it's coming up. Here's a ball hit on the ground and past the diving glove of the second baseman for a base hit. Enrique Bradfield can crawl home. The Orioles have taken the lead. It's 3-2. Splash it up, folks. And Beavers takes off for second base and swipes it. How about that, folks? 3-2 Orioles, and now another runner in scoring position after that stolen base by Beavers. And that brings up Vance Honeycutt. He's got an 0-1 count. Next pitch is in there for a strike 2. We've got the lead. We've got the lead. We've got the lead. We've got the lead. Yeah, we've got it. This ball's fouled off to the left. Third base coach fields it and tosses it aside. 3-2, Oriole prospects over the Yankee prospects in the bottom of the 6th. 2 down, runner at second. The Orioles ahead for the first time today. For 0-2 pitch, that is a breaking ball that luckily stayed out of the zone there. Almost broke back over the inside corner of the plate, but it's ball 1. To Vance Honeycutt. 1-2 is not a strike, thankfully. That was close. 2-2 the count. Come on now. Yeah, how about these baby birds? You got to feed these baby birds now. That pitch is high, full count. Vance Honeycutt, a raw but very promising prospect. At the plate here with a full count, 2 out, and a runner at second base in the form of Dylan Beavers. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that ball's fouled straight back. Good swing from Honeycutt. That wasn't just a I'm trying to protect swing. That was a I'm trying to crush this ball swing. Hess now up to 30 pitches since coming on. Another payoff to Honeycutt. Up and in, folks. Take your base.
I'm walking here.
Look at our prospects. Look at this prospect team rally. We're rallying, folks. We're using some speed. We're using some little punch and Judy hitting. We're drawing some walks. are making the Yankees defense, look a little suspect. We're doing the things. We're doing the things. And yeah, Honeycutt drawing a walk tonight and an inside the park home run as well. How does that look for our future? Folks, by the way, as we have a mound meeting for the Yankees, I want to go over this ridiculous notion that I continue to hear from people who don't know anything about the Orioles. I'm constantly still hearing this myth that we are blocking players in our farm to our own detriment. Like there's just a log jam of talent that should be in the bigs right now, and we're just holding them back. And I'm saying to myself, let me go over these last 3 years. Okay, we drafted Rutschman. Okay, he's our everyday catcher. We drafted Gunnar. Okay, he's our everyday shortstop. We drafted Westberg. Okay, he's our everyday third baseman. We drafted Holliday. Okay, he's our everyday second baseman. We drafted Kauser. Okay, he's an everyday outfielder. I mean, folks, would you look around baseball and look at the starting lineups for all other 29 teams and show me a team with a lineup with more drafted players from just the last few seasons than we do? I don't understand that myth. Why do people say that? Who's being blocked right now? Coby Mayo? We gave him a cup of coffee last season. We're trying to get him in there. Eventually, there's going to be a space for him. Otherwise, who are we holding back? Everybody else is going through their progressions. Bradfield will be ready in a year. Basallo is on the cusp. What's the problem? Yeah, Tyler O'Neill. Yeah, we didn't draft him. I mean, and we didn't draft Santander. He was a Rule 5 pickup. So, come on, guys. What are we talking about? Here's a check swing, and that's strike 3 as he went around. Inning over as Ethan Anderson. I apologize, Ethan, for not calling your at-bat very well, but you went down on 3 pitches, and you struck out. Inning over, but the Orioles do take the lead as we go to the late innings. 7th inning coming up. It's the Orioles 3, the Yankees 2 in the Spring. Is that annoying you guys enough yet? But you guys have heard the same thing too, right? You guys, I'm sure, have heard people say that, like, oh, the Orioles, they just keep blocking their prospects. They have a chance to go out and do something with a trade, and instead they're just letting them wait. I'm like, who? Who are you talking about? Heston Kjerstad. I mean, we're making. That's part of the reason why I feel like we let Santander walk, is because Tyler O'Neill, being a pure right-handed hitter instead of a switch hitter, Santander you expect to be in the lineup every day, which makes it very hard for Kjerstad to get into a lineup because our other outfielders like Mullins and Kauser are left-handed. So where does he go? You bring in a guy like O'Neill, then against right-handed pitching, maybe once or twice a week, O'Neill sits, maybe he DHs, whatever, and Kjerstad can be in the game, and he can maybe get up to 400 at-bats this season. So we provided him a way to get into the team. I don't understand why they say Oriole prospects are being held back. It's nonsense. I think, if anything, it's like when we drafted Bradfield. The minute we drafted him and you looked at said Mullins' contract running out after this season, it's perfectly aligned where Bradfield can naturally take over from Mullins starting next year. You got Basallo. I mean, what are they talking about? Nobody's blocked. It's just silly. It's why? Oh, I guess the natural sunlight is coming, so my face is turning pinker by the minute. I think it's time to adjust to a different type of light. Let's see which one. All right, I guess that's a little more accurate. Okay, here we go. We're in the top of the 7th inning. And again, if anybody ever talks to you about how Oriole prospects are being held back and it's silly that we haven't made a trade because we've got what we need in prospects to pull off a trade. We do. But we can't sit there and go like Dylan Beavers and Judd Fabian are both going to be everyday Oriole outfielders when you look at the crop of guys we already have. with Bradfield and Honeycutt being the blue chippers of that outfield group. But what you do when you're drafting, as good as Mike Elias does in the draft when it comes to position players, is that if they're not going to make the team, if you've got a surplus at a certain position, well, then you have trade chips, and trade chips have value. Okay, Kyle Stowers. Now, did we get back a guy that we liked with Kyle Stowers at the trade deadline last season? No. He and Connor Norby went together for Trevor Rogers. But the point was, Stowers was that kind of a player. Good enough to be a part of a trade package to go out and try and get something to help improve the team. And if we keep drafting the way we do, you know, we've got our best players like Gunnar and Adley and Westberg and Kauser. We got them set in our team, and all the guys that are maybe a level below, we're going out, we're making trades, and we're getting something back in return. Maybe they haven't all panned out, but I think it's a good way to do business. You know, really, position player-wise, I think the Orioles organization is running it just about as good as you possibly can. It's the pitching that is the question mark. By the way, I apologize for missing the first batter here in the top of the seventh. He reaches base for the Yankees. That is George Lombard with a leadoff walk. A new pitcher in for the Orioles, a right-hander by the name of Chase Alsop. Like a good neighbor, Chase Alsop is there. I don't know. Who is this guy? Anyway, he's got a 1-2 count. Enrique Bradfield Jr. currently being interviewed, but I can't hear what he's saying. Here's a foul. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes. Sorry for the rant. It just felt like good timing. Again, you can't possibly be studying the Orioles team at all. It's like the kind of thing that like one person says, and maybe somebody with a little bit of credibility or what do you call it? Stature, you know. A Ken Rosenthal or somebody says something like that, and then somebody else like repeats it, and next thing you know, it's just like that's the set thing. Orioles are holding back their process. It's just not true. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jones, Spencer Jones at the plate. Orioles 3, Yankees 2, top of the 7th. Pitch. Low and in, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, Matt, I think Coby Mayo, I don't know if you watched my impromptu podcast from last night, pleading Mike Elias to make a move for a pitcher before the Yankees do. This pitch is popped up to left, can of corn for Bradfield. No, it's not. He totally lost sight of it, and it's going to drop in behind him for what will probably go as a double because clearly he just lost the ball. He had me fooled. Excuse me, that's not Bradfield out there. That's Sosa. I guess we've had some defensive replacements. I was going to say, if that was Bradfield, what the hell's he doing? A fellow by the name of Sosa in left field. Yeah, of course, Bradfield's being interviewed. What am I, on goofballs? Oh, we've had so many replacements. Thomas Sosa's in left field for Bradfield. Creed Willems in at catcher for Basallo. Austin Overn in center field for Honeycutt. Miguel Rodriguez at first base for Ethan Anderson. Leandro Arias is in for Griffo Farrell at short. DJ Layton at second base for Aaron Estrada. And finally, Joshua Lorenzo at third base for Max Wagner. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Chilo. Once again, folks, if I make a mistake, give me like 20 seconds to correct myself. There's a lot going on here. It's a spring training game with nothing but prospects, and now we're digging into the second tier of those prospects. Give me a minute. I'll get it all straight. All right, but I do appreciate it, Chilo. I'm not picking on you. I'm always acting too sensitive about that sort of thing. Yeah, you know. What can I tell you? I like to be a perfectionist, that's all. 1-2 pitch is fouled away. Second and third for the Yankees with nobody out. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at second. Alsup is in trouble. Here's a pitch fouled away. Still 1-2. Might be time for lucky number 2 here. More coffee. Holy cow, I haven't picked this up in a hot minute. Here's a foul back. It's still a ball and 2 strikes. Anybody get a listen in on that Bradfield interview? Anything of interest being said by the kid? I tell you what, he's got an infectious smile. That's what they call an infectious smile. It looks like he enjoys playing the game. Here's a swing and a miss. Is that a strikeout? It sure is. A big one with runners at second and third.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Wow, look at all these prospects out of Vanderbilt. Bradfield Jr., one of them. Spencer Jones for the Yankees. You got a National, an A, a Blue Jay. About 8 or 9 guys out of recent Vanderbilt teams in major league organizations. This pitch is fouled away here by Rafael Flores. Excuse me. It's Hayes. We've got that Flores struck out. It's Jesus Rodriguez at the plate. And there's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. It's getting tough, folks. No names on the backs. People I don't know. Second and third, 1 out. 0-2 the count. There was nobody out. Alsup able to get a strikeout on the last batter. One here would really be nice. Pitch. That one's going to be tapped softly to the shortstop. The infield was playing in, but the runner from third was breaking for the plate on contact, and no play at the plate. So the tying run is scored on a infield RBI ground out by Jesus Rodriguez. 2 down. The Yankees now have their go-ahead run at third base in a 3-3 ball game. And here's a pop-up behind home plate. Williams, with the mask off, near the screen, makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. But the Yankees tie it up here. It is 7th inning stretch time at the Ed Smith Stadium in Sarasota, Florida. Folks, do you know what I like to do when we're at home and it's the 7th inning stretch? I'm the kind of guy that likes to go into the kitchen, you know, get a little batter, throw in a little flour, a little butter, you know, pour it out into a skillet and, you know, try and throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up, folks.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Nice guess, Mark. Folks, 7th inning stretch time. Judd Fabian will be due up in the bottom half of the inning unless the Orioles make another change. Once again, earlier today, the Orioles' regular spring training roster, what have you, played a game against the Pirates again. And the Pirates beat us up scoring in every inning they were at the plate, barring the fifth. 15 runs for the Pirates. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, and 4 more in the eighth inning. Good Lord. They are pitching not looking too good here on this day. Keegan Aiken, the lone exception. One clean inning of work. By the way, younger brother of utility player Nick Vespi, Ben Vespi, making a spring debut appearance, I believe, on the mound, getting an out in that ball game. So the Orioles with a couple of Vespis in their organization. We got a new pitcher taking his warm-up tosses out here for the Yankees, it looks like. And the Bronx Bombers here have made a lot of changes themselves on defense. Jackson Castillo is in for Spencer Jones at center field. Garrett Martin is in for Brendan Jones in right. Eric Raiselman is the right-hander on in relief of Ben Hess. And Edglin Perez replaces Rafael Flores as the catcher. So a new battery out there for the Yankees. Bottom of the seventh coming up. Fabian coming up to the plate, I believe. 3-3 ball game. First pitch is outside for ball one. Raiselman is said to have a good fastball and slider. 1-0 is looking like a slider outside. 2-0 the count. Next pitch, taken for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-1 the count on Judd. That pitch misses a bit low. 3-1 now. Leadoff hitter at the plate with a good hitter's count and a tie ball game in the bottom of the seventh. And the pitch. This one's fouled away. Full count. Thailand has a couple versions of DoorDash. We've got an app called Grab and another one called Food Panda. I usually go with Food Panda. Hell, just the other night I ordered a lamb kebab at 2 o'clock in the morning, right in the middle of the ball game. It was beautiful. Another foul ball by Fabian here. Leading off the bottom of the seventh. Still a full count in a tie ball game. Yeah, the food here is wonderful. That pitch, perfect. A walk drawn by Judd Fabian.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
I had to try to say it like Yoda. I couldn't just say Judd Fabian draws a walk. I tried to say a walk drawn by Judd Fabian, and it came out like gobbledygook. All right, I need a lucky. I need more coffee. Time to regroup. First pitch here to Auvergne. Auvergne? Who the hell is this guy? I don't know, but do something good. Left-handed batter. Up and away, 2-0. We might have a wild pitcher out here now for the Yankees. Raiselman has been missing the zone. Cooperate. You just cooperate, please. Thank you. Holy cow. Don't you love it when you try to do a simple task and for some reason you just can't do it and then something just drops to the floor or something and you're just like, why? What are you doing? 3-0 pitches in there, taking all the way. It's 3-1 now. Runner at first, nobody out for the Orioles. All I'm trying to do is give myself a lucky here. That's all I'm trying to do. That's a called strike 2. Full count. Runner at first, full count. Here's a swing and a foul back. We're going to do it again. I tell you what, this whole area where I'm sitting now, it really is like a space capsule. Everything has to be within arm's reach. The only thing I'm missing here is a bedpan, and I'm not ruling that out. Full count and a check on the runner who crawls back to first. It wasn't a slide. It wasn't on his feet. That was somewhere in between. Payoff pitch coming to Austin Overn, and he lifts one into the air, shallow left field. The shortstop, and now the left fielder calling him off, makes the catch in very shallow left for the first out in the bottom of the 7th. Judd Fabian remains at first base. Is Fabian fast? Has Fabian got legs? I mean, he's an outfielder. They say he can play center. I'm assuming he can steal a base. Not Bradfield level steal the base, but wouldn't mind getting this runner in a scoring position right now. Here is Sosa, who misplayed that ball to left field his first inning into the ball game. Thomas Sosa, 230 average in 93 games between A and A-plus ball last season. He takes a called strike. It's 1-1. Just 20 years old, Sosa. There goes the runner. Throw down to second, and they slap the tag on him. He's out. Well, Fabian can run in terms of attempting to steal, but unfortunately, he is nailed down. And I'm going to give the credit to the catcher on this one because that was a cannon throw right on the glove, right at the base, and a slap tag. Otherwise, Fabian's safe. Unfortunate for Baltimore. Base is empty now, 2 down. And that is... what is that? Ball 1 to Sosa. Wait a minute. How is it still Sosa and only a 1-0 count? Folks, I'm lost. Somebody else take over. And we might have a pitch clock violation here on the Yankee pitcher. It's a full count with 2 out. Here comes the pitch. Foul back. So I think they got the pitch count wrong on the scoreboard for a minute there. Had me confused. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 7th, 3-3 game. Payoff pitch is low and in, and that's a walk for Thomas Sosa. It's unfortunate now that Fabian was caught. Otherwise, we'd have first and second, only 1 out. Instead, 2 down and just a runner at first. Matt. Hey, Matt, you know how to call a game. Coming up, another Oriole. Actually, first, we're going to have a mound visit. Don't know if this looks more like a visit and not a pitching change. It's a great time to remind those of you in the Charm City chat, hey, if you're new, join the community and hit that subscribe button. It's free. And there's no obligation. No salesman will visit your home. All it does is make it a little easier for you to find my channel. And, you know, once you subscribe, you turn on those notifications and you're never going to miss a game. We got Leandro Arias at the plate for Baltimore, 2 down. And first pitch he goes after, and that ball is going to drop in there to left field for a base hit. 2-out knock, keeps the line moving, pushes the go-ahead run into scoring position, first and second, 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. How about a 2-out knock? Anybody in the mood? We got the guy at the plate that might be able to do it. Creed Willems. This dude has got quite the mane growing. Left-handed batter. Looks like he's got an iPad in his back pocket. There's a pitch fouled away. It's 0-1. That means charge. 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 down. The 0-2 from, I've already forgotten his name, is low, a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, boy. I'm showing my true colors here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Willems waits on the pitch. Here it comes. Low and in, 2-2. Come on now. Two-two pitch. Swung on and missed, and the inning is over. The Orioles strand 2 runners on base. The would-be go-ahead runs. At the end of 7, we're tied at 3. I'll be right back. Okay. Wow. Hi. How are you? I think I got to turn up my collar a little bit. What's going on here? Got to pop that collar. Yeah. Am I a little bit larger than normal? I don't know. I feel like there's too much of me on the screen. Go back over here. I feel more comfortable over here. I don't like being this much on the camera. I don't. All right. I've never been that photogenic. I know it. Sorry, I got to do a little cleaning around my area here. The square foot around me looks like somebody that hasn't left his chair in several hours. All right. 8th inning we go. Braxton Bragg is the new pitcher for Baltimore, right-hander. Pitched in single A last season, 3.36 ERA in 96 and a third innings. Made 20 starts. First pitch is hit hard into the hole at shortstop, past the diving glove into left field for a base hit. Just like that, the Yankees have the go-ahead run on, nobody out. That was Josh Moylan on that hit. By the way, Judd Fabian now out of the ball game in right field. Steven Martinez, who I believe is only like 17 years old, maybe 18, is now in right field. Can anybody look this guy up, Steven Martinez? I'm pretty sure he's one of our top like 15 or 20 prospects, and he's very, very young. You guys think it's time for the hat? Tell you what, bottom half of the inning. Let's try to get through this inning without giving up a run. Something magic happens. The magic of Orioles baseball. This pitch is off the plate. It's 2-1 on Martin. Martin. Garrett Martin. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Next pitch. Low and away, full count. The magic of Old Bay seasoning. When you're eating crabs and you need a spice, grab a jar of Old Bay. It'll be real nice. That's ball 4. Great. We got 2 on now for the Yankees with nobody out. That's not good. All right, this guy, who are you? I don't know, but a swing and a miss. It's Cole Gabrielson. Good Lord. Cole Gabrielson, swing and a miss, strike 2. We need a punch out here. 2 on, nobody out, in a tie ball game. Oh, yeah, folks. You want to get by on a budget? Some ramen noodles, a little Old Bay. That's all you need. 0-2 pitch is swung on and
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
First out here in the top of the 8th. First and second for the Yankees. Big strikeout in that spot. Here is a pinch hitter by the name of Wegner. Strike 1 to him. Jared Wegner, Double-A ball last season. Off the plate, it's 2-2. Folks, welcome back, I think. Welcome back after being frozen for about 10 seconds. Are we fully back? This pitch is a called strike 3. We're having problems. We appear to be having some stream connectivity issues today. Luckily, this game is late and it doesn't count. Speaking of count, it's 0-2 on the batter. George Lombard Jr., still in the ball game. Up there in a big spot. Tie ball game. Go ahead run at second base. Another at first. Pitch. Outside, 1-2. What you want me to say about them tides, them there tides? You live in the Norfolk area, do you, Mark? Do you get to go to the games often? Here's a line drive, and it stopped at second base, picked up, and throw to first is not in time. The bases will be loaded for the Yankees. I think they're going to score that a single. Although a more experienced infielder, I think, will tell you got to make this play. Yeah, you got to make that play. But they'll give him a single for Lombard. The bases are loaded now. And the pitch to Castillo is in there for a strike. So tie ball game, 2 down, top of the 8th. Yankees with the bases loaded. The 0-1 is in the dirt, and it goes all the way to the backstop. Here comes the go-ahead run. He scores standing. Oh, not the way you want to give up the lead.
Big buck, stop it all. Big buck, stop it all.
Oh, boy. 4-3 Yankees now in the top of the 8th. 2 down, runners at second and third. And a 2-1 count now on the batter, Castillo. Bragg on the mound, nothing to brag about with that wild pitch. This one's hit on the ground a second, should end the inning, and it does. But the Orioles give up the go-ahead run after a bit of a struggle there by the pitcher, Braxton Bragg. He didn't help his own cause with a wild pitch. That brought in the go-ahead run. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Yankees lead it now 4-3. We've had the lead change hands a couple of times here. Did that go down as a pass ball? I have wild pitch on the screen here. Yeah, that ball was pretty far outside. He had to reach across his body to try and get it. I don't think you're going to get a pass ball on that. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. And at this point, we've got prospects I ain't never heard of. Lorenzo is the first Oriole due up. So, oh no, there goes the stream again. The stream is having problems, isn't it? Doubt in battle there cannot be. Belief there must be. You will be. Ready to win the pennant, I am. Ready to trade for a frontline starter, I am. All right, a new pitcher in for the Yankees. Bryce Cunningham, right-hander. And Lorenzo at the plate. Bottom of the 8th, 4-3, the Yankee prospects over the Oriole prospects. In the spring... gosh. Boy. All right. Here we go. First pitch. Second pitch of the inning. Sorry. It's 0-2 now. Already on Lorenzo. Cunningham, another Vanderbilt product. Made 16 starts last season for them. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Lorenzo on 3 pitches. See you later. 1 away in the 8th. He's got a fastball that tops out at 97. That'll give you a shot at a spot in the bigs. First pitch swinging here, and a ground ball to second base by Jordan Sanchez, and he's quickly retired. Cunningham, 4 pitches, 2 outs in the 8th. Again, the lead's changed hands a couple of times today. We're running out of outs here. 2 down in the 8th. Base is empty. And the batter is Miguel Rodriguez. Who are you? First baseman? Is that right? He's got a 1-0 count. Next pitch is in there, 1-1. Here's a ball lifted in the air to right. That should be easy, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles here. On to the 9th. The Yankees up by 1, 4-3. Folks, once again, a reminder. I've got my stream up on my other laptop right now, and I'm seeing that it's pausing momentarily, like a lot. And that, I don't. But hopefully whatever it is, I'll have it fixed by Monday. Yeah, like right there, it just froze. It just froze again. What's going on? It'll be fixed. Hopefully you can hear me plug my own broadcast. Monday, 1 p.m., the Orioles will be playing the Red Sox. There is a game scheduled tomorrow, but televised. In fact, I think there may even be a split score game. Oh, no, it's Detroit. Let's take a look. My computer's like running slow. I can't even get a website to open without some delay. Yeah, we do have a split squad game tomorrow, but neither game is going to be televised by either us or the opponent. One game will be at Detroit, and the other will be at home against the Phillies. Both games start at 1:05 p.m. Then Monday, back on the air. Again, 1:05 first pitch. I'll be on the air 12:50 p.m. Orioles, Red Sox. No idea who's starting that game yet. Cameron Weston is on. Folks, how bad is the stopping and starting during this broadcast right now? It's looking pretty bad. Weston's first pitch is a strike to Jordan Who is this? Who is this? Ed Galeen Perez has an 0-2 count. Any feedback would be very helpful, guys, about what's going on with my stream right now, because it looks like it's stopping and starting a lot. And that's not normal. Certainly not something I want happening in the regular season. Here's a ground ball back to the pitcher. He doesn't field it cleanly, but still has time to pick it up and throw out the runner for the first out in the 9th. Ed Galeen Perez grounds out 1-3. Earth to Charm City chat. Talk to me, folks. Your boy's asking you for a little bit of assistance. Jesus Rodriguez swing and a miss on the first pitch. Next offering, swung on a miss. 0-2. Is my chat even working anymore? Could somebody just type something in to let me know you can hear me? One person would really be helpful. A mod, maybe. A magic member, perhaps. Here's a tapper behind the plate. It's still 0-2. There's a hello. We're starting to do something. Not too bad. Several times sounds bad to me, Matt. That's not good. I mean, if my stream freezes right in the middle of a big play, you're not going to like it in the regular season. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And down goes Jesus Rodriguez.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
It's a little concerning because it happened once or twice in the last broadcast, and today it's been even worse. The weather doesn't seem to be a problem. Weather looks great. 2 down, and here is a check swing foul at the plate by Vargas. Next pitch up and away. 2-0. Excuse me. Wait, what? All right, I feel better. I'm making mistakes, but so is whoever is working the scoreboard on the TV screen here, because they're messing up the count now multiple times today. It's a 1-1 count, and here comes Creed Willems out to have a chat with the pitcher. Hey there, RW. How you been, buddy? Long time no see. Charm City chat misses you. Unfortunately, my stream in the last half hour or so of this ball game has started to have some issues. Ended abruptly, the stream has. Fly ball to right. Long run in. Hat falling off. Catch is made out there in right field by Martinez. And that'll be the final out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th, folks. The Orioles need a run to at least tie things. I don't think you go extra innings with this game, so if you want to win it, you need a couple of runs, but I'll take a tie. I'll take a tie. We got Leighton, Martinez, and Overn due up in the bottom of the 9th. As Jerry Seinfeld once said, who are all these people? Because I sure as hell don't know. Oh, buddy. Once again, folks, there is one thing on my mind right now with this Orioles team this season, and that is the fact that the Yankees have lost Garrett Cole while Juan Soto walked on them. They did their best to add to their team, but I'm sorry. Your best pitcher and best hitter from last season that helped you to that division title and getting into the World Series, they're gone. And they are now actively looking to replace Cole with a trade for a frontline starter. And I'm telling you right now, the Orioles weren't able to make a trade for a frontline starter, which you know we need. There's not even if it's a case of, well, we've got 5 guys that are, starter worthy. That's all well and good, but depth is also helpful. As great as Cade Povich has looked, if we can go out and get a frontline guy, I'm okay with Povich starting life out in AAA. Because we're going to eventually need him at some point in the season anyway, because these guys don't all stay healthy. It just never happens. We need one more arm. Mr. Elias, are you listening to me? Are you listening to what I'm saying? The Yankees are out there trying to strengthen their team. If they're capable of pulling off a trade for a big pitcher, that means we should have been able to do it too. And if we could do it, it's like a win-win, because not only do we strengthen our team, we take away the Yankees' chances of strengthening theirs. So if you got to overpay to make that trade happen, you got to look at that as a factor and saying, well, it's worth overpaying, because this ball's grounded up the middle here for a base hit. DJ Layton with a leadoff single here in the 9th. It's not about an all-in. I mean, if we're trading for a guy with 2 or 3 years left on a contract, like a Castillo or a Lopez or Alcantara, like, I don't see how that's an all-in. 7 years for Max Fried is an all-in. We're trying to bring in a pitcher that's... it's like nobody's happy. Nobody wants a 1-year rental, and nobody wants a guy long-term. Like, what makes anybody happy? It's so weird how fickle people are when it comes to contract length. First of all, I think 1-year contracts for pitchers are just fine, because the injury frequency is such to where I'm just happy if a guy gives you 1 good year, and if he has a good year and wants to go back to the free agent market, we'll go sign another guy for a year. What's the big deal? You don't have to keep the same guys on forever. First out of the 9th inning is made in foul ground on a pop-up. The Orioles do have a runner on at first base, the tying run. There's a 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. It's a nice play by the second baseman to make a basket catch on that foul ball. I don't think it's a concern about, I don't think money is holding us back to get this guy that we need. We were willing to, we know how much we offered. So if we were willing to offer that much, half the amount of time, and probably making about $15 million less per year, then yeah, we have the money. We have money. It's just, the window is just, it's too good right now. You got to put your foot on the gas. The Yankees are down right now, and you got a chance to beat them to the punch in a trade war. Just another good old-fashioned American trade war. Here's a 3-0 pitch, and that's a called strike. This is Austin Overn at the plate with 1 out in the 9th, a runner at first. Yeah, that's why I was fine that Fried... Here's a ball hit down the right field corner. That is a fair ball. That ball is going to go all the way in the corner, and the tying run might be able to come all the way around. Here comes the throw in, the cutoff. It is a tie ball game. It is a game-tying RBI triple for Austin Overn. How about that?
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. On a magic carpet ride.
I apologize for the state of the stream tonight, folks. I hope this isn't a ongoing habit, but yeah, the Orioles get a game-tying triple from Overn. And now a mound meeting for the Yankees. So there you go, folks. At worst, we tie. At worst. We're the home team. We get the final swings. We got a chance to walk it off with the winning run 90 feet away and only 1 out. Anybody ready for a walk-off? Folks, this might be your last chance. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, and also subscribe to the channel. Come on now. This is an Oriole fan community. Bird watchers who have been here with the channel now since last season will tell you that you're not going to find a more dedicated guy to follow along with the team than me. All right? You're not going to find it. They don't exist. Don't take it from me. Take it a testimonial from one of our veteran bird watchers. All right, we got a 1-0 count here on Sosa at the plate. He walked his first time up. Thomas Sosa, big left-handed batter. And the next pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch. Called strike 2. Sosa just needs to put the ball in play and hope for the best here because there's a runner at third and 1 out. You don't want to strike out here. Got to make some contact. Pitch. That ball's fouled away, still 1-2. Here's a fun fact. I dream in orange and black. Some people dream in black and white. I dream in black and orange. That's how much I love my Orioles. We got a 2-2 count. And yes, Orioles front office, I am available to negotiate a job. Here's a ball hit in the air, popped up on the infield, though. Not going to do it. The shortstop Lombard makes the catch, and that is a wasted chance to end the ball game with a walk-off. It's going to take a 2-out knock now, or else this game is going to end in a tie. Sosa pops out. All right, last chance saloon. Arias at the plate, and he takes a called strike, left-handed batter. 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. Tie ball game in the prospect game. Pitch. That ball's fouled back down to the final strike. In the spring. It's been fun. Come on, Leandro. What can you do, buddy? Make some contact. Creed Willems on deck. Pitch. That ball's lined. And that is past the glove. The shortstop, a base hit, and the Oriole prospects are going to walk it off, folks.
It's magic, you know. It's magic. On a magic carpet ride. You believe in magic. It's magic, you know. It's magic. You believe in magic.
Folks, we walk it off. Yankees lose. The Yankees lose. The Yankees lose. How you doing? Final score. Oriole prospects 5. Yankee prospects 4. Yankees took a 2-0 lead. Baltimore took a 3-2 lead. Yankees took back a 4-3 lead, and then the Orioles 2 in the 9th to win at 5-4. That's what you call a back and forth affair. The Orioles finish with 5 runs on 8 hits, no errors. The Yankees 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error. Weston credited with the win. Cunningham with the loss. Folks, the highlight for me has got to be the Vance Honeycutt inside the park home run. That came out of nowhere. That was a really nice glimpse of something I hope to see in the future in the bigs. Vance Honeycutt also drew a walk and another nice at-bat. A couple of other nice things happening. But in general, a lot of it is already a blur in my mind after watching about 30 new players. Oh, yeah, Enrique Bradfield Jr., that was a big moment. He got on base. A pickoff attempt got him all the way to third. And then he broke for home on a wild pitch and scored. So Bradfield was able to show off his legs, and Honeycutt was able to show off a lot, the bat and the legs, as well as making a couple of nice catches in the outfield. All right. Well, again, that is pretty much going to wrap things up, guys. Tomorrow, once again, we're not going to be on the air on this channel. The Orioles have a split squad, one against the Tigers, one against the Phillies. Both are at 1:05 p.m. The day after, Monday afternoon, come on back here at 12:50 p.m. We'll be playing the Red Sox in their spring training complex. It will be the second and final time we play Boston here in the spring. They're a team we're probably going to have a pretty big contention with during this regular season coming up. In fact, folks, now, after Sunday's games, we're talking about 1 week left. We are 1 week left in Florida. Next Sunday, against the Braves, the final game in Florida before the Orioles pack their bags and head up to Washington to play the Nats for one exhibition game at Nationals Park. And then we've got a 2-day break before the opening game on Thursday, the 27th, in Toronto. Will you be there? I know I will. I hope I can fix my stream issues. That'll do it. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks once again, Matt, for the super chat earlier. Last chance to get in a super chat, folks. Hey, you don't have to super chat. Hey, if you want to really hook up your boy for a donation, always use the Ko-Fi website. I've got it in my description. It's anonymous, or you can blast your name out there. But on that donation site, they take 10%. YouTube, with your super chats, they take 50%. So, YouTube, thanks for allowing me to, have a channel, but you're taking a little bit too much of my people's hard-earned money. People are struggling out there. I'm not the only one. So help it out, if you want to. With the Ko-Fi, it's like a cup of coffee. It's like buying me a cup of coffee. You can do that. The what do you call it? It's in the description. I normally don't even talk about it or advertise it, but I think I want to start doing it a little bit more because, again, more of it goes to me. Isn't that kind of what you want to do, or do you want to pay YouTube? Anyway, sub count has climbed a bit. Yeah, the sub count needs to climb a little more than this once the regular season gets going, obviously. But I'm not too worried about it. With the upgrades I've made and with the success of the channel's first season, I'm expecting that we're going to hit 5,000 subscribers at some point before this coming season is over. And once we get to 5K, folks, then I can relax a little bit. And by the third year of doing this, I might actually start to, more than break even doing this. So it's a 3-year commitment just to get into the red and out of the black, or whatever the expression is. But I'm all in. The chips are all in. There's no turning back. All right, folks, thanks so much for hanging out. I'll see you on Monday. Until then, this has been the Birdwatcher. Have a good rest of your Sunday. Saturday. Sorry, it's Saturday evening. Have a good rest of your weekend. That sounds better. And come on back Monday. Until then, I'll chirp at you later. The hat says hello. And now I say goodbye. See ya.